Hello, Grace Community Church. We're continuing our journey cover to cover through the Bible. Today we are on May 3rd, and we are looking at passages in 1 Chronicles, chapters 23, 24, 25. Now, when you started reading these, you're like, oh my, lots of lists, lots of numbers. And it's just like the beginning of Chronicles in particular, where we have so-and-so begot so-and-so, and so on and so forth. And your immediate thought is to just kind of disregard this and skip ahead and see what else is there. But you ever hear that phrase? It's not unusual for Californians or Nevadans to know, but there's gold in them there hills. And when we look at this passage, there are some interesting things that do pop out. In the very beginning, in the chapter 23, we read of a co-regency. Now, what does that mean? Is that David, who's very old, is now serving with his son Solomon. And this is wonderful for a smooth transition. When I was at my former church, we had a plan of transition. I presented it to the board. They liked it. And here was the plan. For 1 year, the new pastor would work for me, and I would still be the senior pastor. Year 2, we would have both of us serving together. If we were kings, we would call it a co-regency. And the 3rd year, he would be the pastor, and I would be his counselor. Now, our church had the financial means to be able to have 2 people in this role, but we found it very, very helpful for having a smooth transition at the church. And as people look back, they speak of that as a quality of transition. When we look at this, we see that wisdom at play. Now, moving on, it's interesting to see what a role music plays, because they went out of their way to bring on musicians as part of their responsibility of being in the priestly caste, or the Levites. That worship or music is a part of what we are about. Now, here's an interesting thing when you look at various religions around the world. Well, take a big one, the second largest religion in the world, that's Islam. Did you know that there is not a musical component? When you go to mosque, it is not all about singing. It's about praying, and there is a talk, but music is not a part of that. But in Christianity, from the earliest days, and Judaism before that, as we're reading right now, music is central. And that's why it is a worthy investment for a church to have a worship leader, and also to use music as a means of drawing people in. Now, here comes another very interesting thing that shows up in chapter 25, verse 1, that there is a ministry of prophesying. Now, prophesying is declaring the works of God out loud. But the connection here is with music. And so, is there such a thing as giving a prophetic word in music? I think based on this passage, you could argue that music is a part of our declaring the glory of God. And when a musician plays a song to the glory of God, like Maria playing her harp on Sunday morning, or Polo playing the piano or keyboards, these in and of itself can declare the glory of God. And if your gifts are writing music, that can be for the glory of God. So as we look at this passage, interesting things. It's not just about names and numbers. It is about what's important to God, and that is that He is to be worshiped with music and us bringing the gifts that we have. All right, I hope you have a good day today, and we'll see you tomorrow.